Now, my Buddhist friends, you all know the story of Mahaprajapati Gautami. She, what do you call it, has a deep desire to become a female monk. She approaches the Buddha when he was in Koteshwar, mispronounced as Kapilavastu. When he was cooling down both the Koliyas and Sakyas when they were fighting over the Karmahiya river. The Prajapati Gautami goes and requests the Buddha to be allowed to become a nun, at which the Buddha refuses, and she requests him thrice, and he refuses her thrice, and then he goes, and then he goes to Vaishali and stays in a place called Nadika, that is Navada, just next to Pidholi. Pidholi is Vaishali, and Nadika is Navada. So she, shaves off her hair, and she dons yellow robes, and with 500 Sakya women also follow suit, and with these 500 they walk all the way 356 miles to Nadika, and it is 356 miles. It's around 356 miles to Pidholi. They walk it all the way. The news goes all the way to Vaishali, and people, line both sides of the road, goading them on. So they reach Vaishali, that's Pidholi, and by the time she reaches, the Buddha is in the great forest in the Kutagar-shala. Now the great forest is Budhivan in Pidholi, just next to Pidholi, Budhivan. And the Kutagar-shala is actually Takia. You put Kuta upside down, the wrong way around, it becomes Takia. So Kutagar-shala is actually Takia. Over there, she approaches the Buddha, touches his feet, pays obeisance, and makes a request, at which he sort of refuses. At the second request, he sort of accepts that they can wear the robes, etc., and keep their shaven head, but still he does not accept them as monks. And then Prajapati Gautami, she makes a third request. And then she starts crying. She goes out of the room and starts crying. So Anand sees her crying, and Anand asks her, and then she tells Anand. So Anand goes, and he also thrice confronts the Buddha, questioning him. In the end, he asks the Buddha, can a woman attain all these things that men attain? The Buddha accepts it. And finally, the Buddha accepts that she, Prajapati Gautami, can become, and the 500 nuns can become female nuns, as long as they follow 8 extra rules. 8 extra rules, they are very harsh, and they make the female nuns inferior to the male nuns. The female nun has to go according to the orders of the male nuns. So, Prajapati Gautami accepts all this, and then this incident takes place in Navtolia, because it's that place, that certain spot is called Navtolia Arji. Arji means a request, a prayer to the Buddha. So the Lichavis, now they need quarters for all these nuns, 500 nuns and Prajapati Gautami, and especially a person as important as Prajapati Gautami. So they make, what do you call it? They make fire. What do you call it? The Lichvis get together and they pool in money, and the Lichvi kings, and they make new quarters for her within her for Prajapati Gautami within Amrapali's compound. Now, just next to Bajalpura, where there was music day in and day out, is Navtolia. Nav means new, and Tolia means a group of women. And Nav means new, and Tolia means a group of women. So that was constructed. Navtolia was constructed for a group of women folks. That is the first nunnery the world ever saw. That is the first nunnery the world ever saw. And what do you call it? The head nun was none other than Prajapati Gautami. Folks, Prajapati Gautami isn't a female name. Her name was, it is actually a mispronunciation. All your Buddhist words, names, Indian, all the Indian names in the Buddhist story are badly mispronounced. Folks, it's actually Banni Parmeshwari. Parmeshwari, because she would be, it was predicted that she would become the follower of a huge group, of a huge congregation that is Parmeshwari. And Banni means the Kolias lived in jungles. It is regarded as Kolias lived in jungles. So she was Banni means a person who came out of the jungle. I mean, the Sakyas made fun of the Kolias in this way. So she was Banni Parmeshwari, and after she was ordained, she became Brahmi Parmeshwari. Brahmi Parmeshwari. There is a difference between Banni Parmeshwari and Brahmi Parmeshwari, and this is also written in Buddhist texts, though both the words are mispronounced as Prajapati Gautami and what do you call it? And Prajapati Bammi. So what do you call it? It is actually Banni Parmeshwari, and then what do you call it? After ordination, she was Brahmi Parmeshwari, and all that area, the Radgaon and all, they prayed to Brahmi Parmeshwari as the village deity. Exactly in Navtolia, they prayed to Mansha Mai. See, Mansha Mai, India wasn't such that people would walk over to a person and say, "Hello, Mrs. Prajapati Gautami." No, you couldn't say that. She was a nun. She was a Mai. Nuns were Mai. Got from Maya and Mahamaya. So nuns were Mai, and what do you call it? Mansha Mai. Mansha means a deep desire. Deep desire. See, Prajapati Gautami had a deep desire to become a female nun. So she challenged the norms of those days, and she came walking all the way 356 miles southeast to Vaishali, to Pidhauli. Folks, she had a deep desire. That is Mansha. Folks, the locals pray to Mansha Mai. That's none other than Prajapati Gautami. So folks, check out the satellite picture of what do you call it? The story of how the nunnery was built, and then you can see the satellite picture of the nunnery, and you can see the video of what do you call it? Navtolia, which was the world's first nunnery. Folks, check out what the Buddhist texts have to say.